Never have I ever been so bored in my life. Oh my god, guys. Um, Listen here. I'm new to this franchise, so give me a break. And there might be people out there who like this movie, which I don't know how you can enjoy this fucking dumpster fire. But I wasn't excited for this franchise to begin with. The Strangers. I like the concept, but I just don't get how you can make sequels to this kind of movie. It's just a home invasion film. I mean, there's multiple horror movies out there that I'd rather watch than this. Then, yeah, it was just terrible. Um, as you guys can tell, I did not like this movie one bit. And it's actually really unfortunate because I feel like this movie actually had some good qualities to it that is good on paper, but in execution, this has to be one of just the biggest bore fest horror movie I think I've ever seen in my life. Never have I ever been so pissed off at two main characters in a movie for how fucking dumb and irritating they are in this movie. This shit gives Winnie the Pooh, Blood and Honey a run for its money. They're not as dumb, which is not a high bar to set, but they are still pretty dumb. There are so many dumb fucking things that you're just like, why? Like, you just have a loading screen thing in your head. You're like, why would you do that? And I'll give credit where credit's due. The sound design and the acting is pretty good. It's just such a shit, because I could actually tell that literally the actors are actually trying their absolute hardest with this shitty ass script, but yet it just, their performance is so good for this movie that it just doesn't work. Look, I get it. Sometimes your movie needs to build up in suspense, but it feels like they do that for the whole movie. And then the last 20 minutes of the movie, dude, I just tapped out. I literally couldn't watch the rest of it. It was so boring, guys. I watched the whole thing, but I was like, I think I turned on like Call of Duty. I was playing it while I was watching the last 20 minutes of this movie. That's how boring I found this movie. And I don't remember a single character's name. And like I said, in concept, this movie could really work. It's just PG-13 slop here. Maybe this is rated R, because there is actually kind of a lot of blood. I don't know. Actually, I'm gonna rephrase that. I should have probably looked up the rating on this, but that's kind of what it is to me. It is PG-13. Even if it is rated R, it's not that gory. It's not that fun of a movie, and that's what I want from a home invasion film. You know, I want the person to be on the edge of their seat and like, you know what I mean? You're supposed to get that feeling. Here, I actually fucking rooted for the strangers. I'm like, kill these people. They're dumb. Like, there's this one scene where the strangers, I don't know if it's a direct nod to The Shining, but he like axes the door in. And they're the two survivors, the married couple in here. Wow, couldn't think of a worse married couple in a movie. Oh my god. They go around, right? And they have no other way out of the house. At least that is seen. So I'm just assuming that they have no other way to get out of the house. So they push a desk or a drawer or whatever in front of the door that's heavy as shit. And the guy's still like axing through the door. So you'd think that would be smart, but it's not, because it's your only way for escape. If they get in, like, you're fucked. I don't understand. Why would they do that? And that's not even where it stops, because the guy has the gall to pull out a shotgun and shoot the fucking door, making the hole bigger from the axe. So he has more room to fit in. It's like, come on, you can't be that dumb. And guys, I'm so sorry if you like this movie. I really, really respect your opinion. If you like this movie, go ahead. But like I said, give me a break. This was the first time watching this franchise, and oh boy, in all seriousness, if this is the best in the franchise, oh my god, am I in for a ride? Because if this is the best of the franchise, I don't think I could go anymore. Because if it just keeps getting worse and worse, this has to be one of the worst franchises I have ever covered on this channel. I'm not even exaggerating. I've never been so bored in my life with a horror movie. And I just wanted it to end. I mean, there are some cool sound designs, like I said, and there are actually kind of good jump scares that will maybe scare like a 12-year-old. And they'd be jumping like, ah! You know, like, but me, like, I was just sitting there the whole time with my fucking head, you know, like my hand to my head, and I'm just like, dude, come on, end the fucking movie. And this movie just felt like hours. And it was only like an hour and 20 minutes long. Now, what I do appreciate about this movie, and which it's a good idea, and I hate that it was in a shit movie like this. The strangers do get unmasked, but you don't see who they are. They're strangers. I think that is a good idea. Not revealing who the killer is, that's what makes them so suspicious. That's what makes them so weird, and that's what makes them cool, right? Just like Michael Myers, you really don't know his backstory, but that's what makes Michael Myers Michael Myers. But here, it's the same concept, but it's just done in probably the worst way possible. The execution here, it's terrible. It's so bad. Oh my god, guys. I'm dumbfounded because I was trying to at least get into it. There were some times I'm like, okay, well, let me just at least try getting into it, and I just couldn't do it, no matter how good the acting was. It was just so predictable. It was so boring. It's so cliche too. Like, there's a part where the girl runs outside for no fucking apparent reason. She thinks she can go to the barn to get to the radio, which her boyfriend already did, but failed doing because there's 3 people outside with fucking axes. But no, she does it, and she trips over the smallest stick, and I just rolled my eyes in the back of my head, and I'm just like, are you kidding me? Really? Oh my god. Like, what are we? Like, this movie came out in 2008. What are we, in like the 1950s? Really? You tripped over the smallest... It's like cliche as hell. It's like, come on, really? And it's cliche to the point where it actually like genuinely pisses you off. And I can't do movies like that. It's tiring. It's tiresome. And like I said, if this is the best, it's just, oh god. And then there's another scene I predicted right away. And this guy's just thrown in there just to be killed off. And for good reason too, because there's barely any kills in this movie. None of the strangers even die. So basically, the guy comes in because he's in his car, and he walked out of his car because his windshield is broken. And instead of getting the fuck out of there, he stays. He stops his car. He goes inside. And I knew right away, the 2 married couple were like in the side room, and they're like pulling up the shotgun that they have. The only like shotgun, the only weapon they have against these guys. And I'm telling myself, I'm like, yep, I know where this is going. He's gonna accidentally shoot this guy in the fucking head. And it happened, and I'm like, oh my god, no way. And I get it, man, I completely get it. If you were in this situation, like, it makes you think, how would you deal with this? But I'm sorry, if I had any people coming to save me, I would at least hope that somebody's coming. Like, I would remember that I called that person earlier, and he's coming eventually, so just survive until then. And if that was the case, he came in, he should have at least looked at who it was. He was at least fucking 10 feet away from the guy, and he was hiding behind something. It was like ridiculous. And if you saw the guy had a mask on and he was charging at you, give just a second to look at the guy and be like, oh yeah, that's the guy. Bam! Shoot his ass. Don't wait till just a random person comes out of the corner and just poof. It's like, come on. It's ridiculous. Like I said, it's reaction time, and if you were in the scenario, it would be a little different. But I would at least get a good look at this guy before I just fucking open fire. For hell, I know that could be the police. Who knows? But God will never know. Oh, God, I don't know if we're going to see these characters again, because there's one character that survives. And God, I hope not. It's just, it was awful. Broken TV. What a great way to start a franchise. And I heard Strangers Chapter 2 is the worst. So, oh God, guys, I'm just in for a treat. Oh my God. Oh, truly awful. And disappointing. It's just so disappointing because I feel like a movie like this could work. It's just, oh, it was terrible. It was just awful. So, if you guys like me ranting on this movie, I really appreciate it. And like I said, if you guys like this movie, that is completely on you. I absolutely respect your opinion. I'd love to hear your thoughts in the comment. I'm just new to this franchise, and I did not enjoy this movie at all. I thought it was garbage. One of the worst horror movies I have possibly ever seen in a while. And like I said, I went in optimistic, and just basically fucking nothing happens in this movie. That's it. That's all I got for you guys. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.